Get back to that breaking news of that apartment fire in Kansas City. This is a serious situation causing evacuations. We have team coverage for you this morning. Let's start right now with Andres Gutierrez. I saw that you just tweeted pictures of people coming out on stretchers, Andres.
Yeah, we have. We saw at least 2 people with oxygen masks being taken away on stretchers. We have yet to know what they are suffering from as a result of this fire. Right now, firefighters are here trying to just simply get the fire out. You can see that there is thick smoke that continues to billow out of the 3rd floor of this apartment building on Lockridge, right off of Benton. And within the last few minutes, you can see that a fire actually has started on the side of this apartment building. For a moment, there was actually they called an evacuation order, so all the firefighters had to get out of the building. But since then, that was happened about half an hour ago, they have been able to go inside and begin conducting searches and been able to fight this fire from the inside. The other thing is simply that this ladder truck has simply held them in getting to this fire. They have been breaking windows from this ladder truck here and just going ahead and pouring water. The same thing is happening here as these crews off to the side are just simply continuing to douse the fire and get out those flames. Now, we simply don't know what caused this fire. Obviously, that is too early to tell at this point. The main objective, obviously, here is to go ahead and get this fire under control, which is it's a long ways from actually happening. At this point, we do know that some people have been taken to the hospital, but there's also a number of people that simply just can't believe what has happened to their apartments. They've lost there this morning, and for that, we'll go ahead and toss it to Sarah Plake for more on the reaction of these residents.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Exactly what Andres said. We've got so many people who are without homes this morning. If you look behind me, just people distraught, crying, and, looking up at the home that they once lived in, seeing their apartment windows being broken out, the smoke coming out of it. We talked to one girl whose boyfriend, they were just sitting there watching TV, and then they saw everything. They went back and their porch was completely engulfed in flames. They tried to run out, grab everything they could. Her boyfriend jumped out the back window. She had to run to the hospital because that's where her boyfriend is going. So now we've got a car full of people here without a home. I talked to another woman who did not want to be on camera this morning. She's crying, obviously upset, and I completely understand, but she's telling me that she always had a feeling that she would lose everything in a house fire, and it is all unfolding before her eyes. So there's people, they don't even have shoes on, trying to grab, blankets, anything they can to wrap themselves up, come out here in the wet, walk around in this mud. It's just a terrible situation for those involved. And again, looking up at that building that they were just living in, sleeping in, watching TV in, it's destroyed. So we'll continue to have live coverage of this, of what's going on, and keep you updated with everything that's happening here. But as you can imagine, a pretty traumatic situation for all those involved.
Absolutely, Sarah, thank you. Let's get to Richard now. He's been taking a look at the history of the building and what it looked like before this. What can you tell us, Richard?
Well, this is obviously a very old building, probably 50 years plus. And as far as what it looked like before, I want to show you, you saw the camera vantage points from both Sarah and Andres' camera there. And this is about the same shot. This is the building that's on fire here. You can see how close it is to another building. We believe it's managed by a company called Houston Properties. They rent a lot of the fourplexes and quadplexes in here and these couple of buildings. There's a series of buildings, not only here but across the street, that are also for rent. But you can see how problematic these are for fire departments. It's not only 3 stories tall, a lot of old wood, a lot of old brick, trying to find, take a look at some of the video from the scene, and you can see the smoke coming out of there. They're in defensive mode, which means they try and fight it from the outside, try and keep it from spreading, and put enough water on the fire to get it out before they can go inside the building. Very problematic. We're going to try and find out more information as we move forward. Lindsay?